Hi friends, welcome to Java Minds Group. In this video, we will learn about variables and data types in Java. So let's discuss on variables in Java. Variable is a container which holds the value while the Java program is executed. A variable is assigned with a data type. Variable is a name of memory location. There are three types of variables in Java. One is local variable, instance variable, and third one is static variable. So variable is the name of a reserved area allocated in memory. In other words, it is a name of a memory location. It is a combination of vary plus able, which means its value can be changed. Vary means it is changed. So let's understand first one, local variables. Variable declared inside the body of the method is called local variable. You can use this variable only within that method, and other methods in the class aren't even aware that the variable exists. A local variable cannot be defined with a static keyword. So these are local variables. And what about instance variable? Second one is instance variable. A variable declared inside the class, but outside the method, outside the body of the method is called an instance variable. It is not declared as a static. It is called an instance variable because its value is instance specific and is not shared among instances. And next one is static variable. A variable that is declared as a static is called a static variable. It cannot be local. It cannot be local. You can create a single copy of the static variable and share it among all the instances of the class. Memory allocation for static variables happens only once when the class is loaded in the memory. So these three types we discussed. Let's discuss with the program. So let us discuss these all three variables with. So I opened Eclipse editor. So in that one, I will create one more package, that is com dot variables. Within the package, I will create one class variables example. So I am using public static void main. As I said, so I will define one method public void display. I said already that static variables. So if you declare the variable with a static keyword, so it is a static variable. So I will comment this static variable, and the variables which define inside the body int a is equal to 20 system dot out dot println. So I'm printing the value of a is equal to plus of a. So this one we should call this variable as a local variable. As I said earlier, the variables which declared inside the body, we can call it as a local variables. And the variables which we declare inside a class but outside a method, so we can call it as a instance variables. B is equal to 30. So this variable we can call it as a instance variables. So how to access, how to call display function? So that first we need to create a object of variable example, where is equal to new variable example. So I am calling where dot display function. So if I run this program, it will display a is equal to 20. So you are able to see this value, right? So this is a local variable. So the variable which is declared inside a body, we can call it as a local variables. How how we can access static variables? So for accessing static variables, no need to create a object. So directly by using the class name, we can access. We can access data is there, right? So you are able to see, right, data. So if I use this one, so but where I am using this one, so I am printing this value. So now I will write this one as a static variable. Static variable. So now I will run this program. See, static variable is 10. So we can access like this by using the class name. No need of object. So object only required to access the methods within the class. And how we can pass this instance variables, so that we can understand now. So directly we can print that instance variables. Instance variable is equal to plus of p. So like this we can access. So see, instance variable is equal to 30, static variable is equal to 10, static because the keyword is static, and the this local variable is equal to 20. So because variables which are declared inside a body. So this is the example. So we understand about this. Okay, now we will understand data types in Java. Data types specify the different sizes and values that can be stored in the variable. There are two types of data types in Java. One is primitive data types and second one is non-primitive data types. What is primitive data types? The primitive data types include Boolean, char, byte, short, int, long, float, and double. So these are, we can call it as a primitive data types. What are non-primitive data types? Non-primitive data types include classes, interfaces, and arrays. So let's discuss about how many data types we are there. So let us understand about those. So there are 8 types of primitive data types. As in this diagram, you can understand. So here there are 2 types of primitive data types. One is there are 2 types of data types. One is primitive data types and non-primitive data types. In the primitive, we can understand Boolean is there, numeric is there. Within the Boolean, so it is we can declare it as a Boolean. Then it is a Boolean. In the numeric, we have a character. Character is char. Char is 2 byte, and in the integral we have a integer of byte, short, int, long. So byte is default size is 1 byte, and short is 2 bytes, int is 4 byte, and long is 8 byte. So this is a memory location which will occupy these are the default size. So about floating point numbers. So in the floating point we have float and double. Float default size is 4 byte, and double its default size is 8 byte. So let us understand in the program how we can declare these primitive data types and non-primitive data types. I will create one package for data types, form.data types. So within this package, I will create a class data type examples. So in this one, I will show you that data types how we can declare and what is this. So first we need to understand Boolean data type. So if you want to declare the Boolean, then you can use a Boolean a is equal to default value is false. So the Boolean data type is used to store only two possible values. One is true and other one is a false. This data type is used for simple flags that track true or false conditions. The Boolean data type specifies one bit of information, but its size can't be defined precisely. So next we will understand byte data type. So byte, how we can declare byte a is equal to 10. A already variable is declared, so I will use a b variable. So b. So let's understand about byte. So the byte data type is an example of primitive data type. It is an 8-bit signed 2's complement integer. Its value range lies between -128 to 127. Its minimum value is -128 and maximum value is 127. Its default value is 0. So next we will understand about short data type. So how we can create a short, how we can declare short variables like this. Short c is equal to 1000 or minus 1000, 10,000 and 1000. One more variable. So short variable first c is I declared, and one more short variable I am creating for minus variable. So first one I created one short variable 10,000, and another d variable I created a minus 1000. The short data type is a 16-bit. This is a 16-bit signed to complement integer. Its value range lies between minus 32,768 to 32,767 inclusive. So its minimum value is minus 32,768 and maximum value is 32,767. Its default value is 0. Next, we will understand about int data type. So int, how we can declare int e is equal to 10. So this is a integer variable. In this one, we can declare maximum. I will declare as a 1 lakh. 1 lakh I declared, and int f is equal to minus 2 lakh. Int data type is this is a 32-bit signed to 2's complement integer. Its value range lies between minus 2 raised to 31 to 2 raised to 31 minus 1 inclusive. So the int data type is generally used as a default data type for integral values unless if there is no problem about memory. Next, we will discuss about long data type. I will mention how to declare a long variable. Long G is equal to 1000 L. This like this we can declare the long variable. After this we have to put a L. So the long data type is a 64-bit 2's complement integer. Its value range lies between minus 2 raised to 63 to plus 2 raised to 63 minus 1. So this is about long data type. And next we will discuss about float data type. Float, how we can declare float h is equal to 24.3 f. This is a floating point data type. So float data type is a single precision 32-bit. Its value range is unlimited. It's recommended to use a float instead of double. If you need to save memory in large arrays of floating point numbers, the float data type should never be used for precise values such as currency. Its default value is 0.0 f. 0.0 f. So if you are not assigned any value, then it will take as a 0.0 f by default. Next, we will discuss about double. How to declare double value? Double I is equal to 12.3. So this is double value. Double data type is a double precision 64-bit floating point. Its value range is also unlimited. Its default value is 0.0 d. 0.0 d. How default value of floating point? We understood that 0.0 f. Like that, double default value is 0.0 d. Next, we understand about character data type. So char data type. So how we can declare char letter is equal to like this. Like this, we can declare the character. So the char data type is a single 16-bit Unicode character. The character data type is used to store characters. These are all about primitive data types. And what about non-primitive data types? That are a string a is equal to Santosh. So this is a non-primitive data types. We can declare like this. Already we used a name a variable. Then I'm using a name and arrays and string. So array we can use int. We can use integer array, int array, or so we can use different types of array also. So I'm using int a of 10. A of array. A already used, so I'm using A. So like this we can declare the array. So this is all about non-primitive. From this we understood about data types, how to declare and how we can use in the program. Thank you for watching this video. Please like, subscribe. Thank you once again.